So guys, I really don't know how this video is going to turn out. I wasn't planning to make a video today, but man, I have just hit the mother load here, and I wanted to share my misfortunes, I guess, with you. So I'm going along on this log here, and I have never had this happen before, but the saw head literally bogged down and the engine was about to choke out. I was able to disengage the blade before that happened, but that's never happened to me before. Usually if I hit a nail or something, it'll just zip right through, and of course it messes up the blade, but that's just kind of how it works. So I really do not believe that's what I hit. That's just a pitiful little nail that I don't think, see, no, that's not what I hit. I want to figure out what I hit, but I do want to show y'all this. Do y'all see this? We've got a nail and two lag bolts in this thing. And I don't know why I didn't see these. So my guess is that there's probably a lag bolt down in here because, well, like I said, you know, usually it just zips right through. So I guess I'll put this thing on. This is just my phone I'm using to film. So I'll just put this on a time lapse. And you know what the worst part of this is? I had just replaced that braid with a brand new blade. I'm gonna put this on a time lapse and see if I can dig this out and show you all what's in there. So as y'all saw, I was able to get the saw head out of there, and I was able to get this part of the slab off as well. And if you look at this right here, I managed to get this off too, but I don't want to take it off until I'm ready to get a good shot of it. If you see this right here, this is a pretty clear indicator of some damage inside of the tree. Usually if there's a nail in a tree and you saw it, you're going to get that pitch right there, a little pitch pocket basically. It's just it's just like what I said, it's a pitch pocket. It's basically fat wood right there, a very dense concentration of heartwood or pine sap right in there that gathered there to heal that wound. But let's see what we got here. It's like opening a really bad Christmas present. Oh my. Well, no wonder it almost bogged the saw down. Actually, the saw made it through it. Look at that. The saw actually made it through that. Well, what is it is the question. Let's do some digging. You can see how large it is. Oh, that's bad. So I just noticed this piece that we took off. You can see it's a hex head. It's some kind of a hex head of some type. So it's undoubtedly a bolt, and it may be like a washer right there. So it's basically the same thing as this, probably with the washer on it. I'm still gonna try to dig it out and see what it is. So I didn't bring any of the tools that I needed to dig stuff like this out. I'm almost there. I think this will come out here pretty soon, but look at that. I mean, that's just some kind of a lag bolt. Almost as big as my fingernail. So I started using my head right there at the end, and remember that there's some kind of threads on the end of these bolts, and then I was just able to unscrew it. Yeah, there it is. That's bad news. And what was worse, well, it wouldn't really matter because You know, you cut through the bolt and it's done for anyway, but it cut through the washer as well. Looks like I've dropped the washer somewhere. I don't know where it went to. Oh, yeah. Whatever was on this log, it required 4 lag bolts and some nails. There was 1 lag bolt here, 1 right here that we just dug out, and there were 2 over here, so there's 4 of them in 2 different places. I mean, I can't imagine what was on this tree. This portion of the tree is this was closer to the top of the tree. If you see right here, this is kind of where the top of the tree began to taper off. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was probably put there. That was probably put there 40 years ago. Who knows, really? As you can see, there's a washer embedded in the bark that has been there for, I mean, that looks really old. Let me know, how old do y'all think this is? How long do you think? I don't know. Maybe we can count these rings to figure it out. Look at this. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 31, 32, 33. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, roughly 39. So, what's that, 2 rings a year? 20 years, roughly. So that's probably about right. Pine's a fairly fast growing tree. So we're gonna go with about 20 years ago. Either way, it was rough on the blade. I think what I'm gonna do is cut this portion off and just cut the rest of it up. Here's my prizes, guys. It looks like, you know, you've got that old tool bin in your shop that your grandfather had, who was a child of the Depression and never threw anything away. That's what this looks like. Just a collection of old messed up fasteners. Oh, my goodness. Y'all see that? I have never seen a pitch pocket like that from damage. That is incredible. I mean, look at that. It's as big as my hand. I wanted to show you all this. The blade on the bottom is a brand new blade, and the blade on the top is the blade that just went through that lag bolt. It's actually not as much damage as I thought it was gonna be. I can probably put that on my Cook's cat claw sharpener and work that out. I'm actually pretty surprised at the, you know, it's really not as bad as I thought, especially seeing as how it went through a washer and the lag bolt. Guys, I'm pretty happy that I didn't scrap that log, and I promise you I was sweating bullets those first couple of cuts, hoping that I had gotten all the metal out, and thankfully I had. But this is the figure that it created, and that one's not. But in some of these, that sap is actually still pretty liquid. It's just I guess it just takes so long for that kind of thing, that kind of stuff to heal. But yeah, there it is. There's 5 boards there. This one probably won't be usable. It's kind of thin. There's 3 boards left on the mill, and that's a cant that's off of this log as well. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. That was a hard-earned bunch of boards, and I hope that I can save that saw blade, but if I can't, oh well. So just kind of an impromptu video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see y'all on the next one.